welcome to my political show, Kavindu Political Times. Today is an all-new episode. Before start the show, I want to hit the like button and subscribe to my show. Today on the show, I want to talk about my new tool I'm going to use today to analyze certain issues. Is my wonderful tablet, which I will use to talk about things in case I require to, which I will be using today. Now let's get started. Before starting, hit the like button and subscribe to the show. Now today on the show, we're going to talk about major information and major news and major truths. What needs to happen? Let's get started on good news. Now President Joe Biden is putting forward a $1 trillion infrastructure bill, which will be fundamental for maintenance and major factors such as infrastructure on roads and bridges and on the electric grid and such factors as such. The reason for all these $1 trillion plus infrastructure bill, you see, the President Joe Biden claims that the infrastructure bill is a once in a generation bill which will be repairing and fixing roads, electric grid, as I mentioned. Now I will go into each of the detail. Now the electric grid is all about supporting the future rise of electric vehicles and making sure there is no blackouts. Factors such as that, considering the last time we had was World War II. That's when we had infrastructure bill a long time ago. And not only that, now of course roads are extremely important. Roads are crumbling away, it's important, those factors. And this will also create jobs as well. Millions of jobs would be created under the new infrastructure bill, which is tremendously important, I believe. Because if history is right, infrastructure can create jobs. We know that. When the interstate way was created by Eisenhower, we saw the revolution, it happened, and we know that. And of course, I would say now, to fund this entire bill, President Joe Biden believes he wants to raise the corporate tax. Now, the corporate world is saying this is a bad decision. President Joe Biden says they should pay and it's a once-in-a-generation bill. This is my point of view on the infrastructure bill. The corporate must pay. But that's for their own good. These infrastructure upgrades for the next generation will give them more profits. And in fact, the national debt will go down significantly as well. So you've got to think about this in a significant mindset. If you're corporate America, listen to me. I understand you are too greedy to pay, but think this way. If roads are fixed, if there's a good electrical grid that can support the future electric vehicles on the road and all these factors, and this thing in mind, it will make your life easier, and that is something to deeply consider, and especially the electric grid, which I think is very important in all this. After what happens in Texas, we learned what exactly happened. Weak electric systems, weak things then screw us. That's what this is all about, bringing the country for the next generation. And I hope the corporate America understands, and this is not going to hurt their wealth. This will create more jobs, great for the people, and means more employment for the people. And also good for the companies. Think about it. In short, this infrastructure bill should go through. Republicans are complaining about the price tag. Let me be clear, you can't do big things. You can't make infrastructure without a $1 trillion plus bill. You can't do that, $1 trillion or more. You can't. If you don't vote. They will get the Democratic vote base alone, they will get it done. But there is optimism that Republicans will vote on the bill. We will see. But in short, the infrastructure bill is extremely important. That's how I will say. Just so you know. Now, next topic I want to talk about is George Floyd. As the trial goes around, we saw people falling into emotions. People are crying with sadness. Children feeling. The teens and the kids who witnessed see the horror. The man was begging for his life. And the police officer simply, look, the racism is gone out of the head right now. When you apprehend a person, when that person is no longer a threat, why would you keep using force on it? I'm not a cop, but if you got your suspect under control, why would you keep pounding on the man's neck? You got to get your goddamn leg out of the man's neck. The man couldn't breathe. The man was begging for his life. And the worst part was in the cashier, of course in the store. He simply said, the store clerk said that if we did not call the cops, imagine the difference. They should not feel this way. The cops, the police is there to save our lives in a tough time, not to give us racist chants and not to treat us with disdain. That's what it's all about. This is bad. If the police police officer is not found guilty of murder, well, what else you need? The world has seen. How much more you want to prove a crime? How much more? I tell that man he better testify if he has a goddamn humanity inside. And tell why he did it. That's important to know. That's the thing. And I have to say my sympathies are clearly with the George Floyd, with the Floyd family. Now moving on from that, let's now focus on something else. From race problems, let's talk about the general facts. The freedom, safety of our women, safety of our mothers, safety of our sisters. How bad it would be if the cops are the ones killing them? How bad if men keep teasing them on the road? How do you feel? You expect something like this to happen in Asia, where the mindset is not quite grown in yet about powerful, strong women. But countries like the UK, you really got to think it through. The British police seem to say such thing doesn't exist, but it does. This is the reality. A police does not own, the cops does not own the right to tell no one is safe. That's not a right they have to say. They should keep streets safe. But women are the ones who suffer from, as men, what we do. We tease women for fun. We think it's really, really fun, but it's not. For them, it's not. We make fun of what they wear when they go to work in the morning. It's not fun. For us as men, it's fun. That is end of the point. You got to think it. You got to think this through. Look, as men, for us, it's amusing to make a joke or give a rash joke. You got to think it's not what they like. They think it's wrong. For them, it's a humiliation. And we have to understand that significantly about it. In the UK, another thing which UK seems to be coming up, since UK is the mother of all racism, obviously, and the rape culture in schools in the UK, British schools, it seems like it's the girls who got to leave the school, but not the boys. They can stay, but they have to change school, and that is not right. It's wrong. My simple question is, why can't as men we respect women equally as we do? We respect men equally, right? We have no problem. Why can't we do that to women? Why can't we respect them equally? Without women, we don't have children. Without women, we don't have a better half. Without women, there is no first lady. Without women, there is no queen. Without them, what do we do? As men, we don't cook. We don't do anything. We don't take care of children. In Asia, the taboo that women's only job is taking care of children and everything, that's wrong. As men, we must contribute for that. But we haven't. I'm going to end the video on this fact. As men, no longer the facts. As men, we are automatically the reason these things are happening. We must work hard to make sure that we can change our ways. Let's not make life hard for the next generation. Thank you very much for joining me on the show. Hit the like button and subscribe to my show.